So we're going to go through version. I'm going to go through the Mythic Plus build because a lot of people that do watch my content do a lot of Mythic Plus, and I'll show you generally how I could build this from scratch and show you guys through it. There we go. So again, that's been built back. That's my Mythic Plus build. I'm pretty sure that is, yeah, from memory. You notice I've ditched a few things. Like I did talk about Empath and I did talk about Spiritual Clarity. Stuff like this matters more in raids or in certain situations where you constantly need Spirit Blooms and Powered Healing to keep everybody alive. Now, we haven't talked about the important ability down here and why we went through this entire tree to get to Stasis. Stasis is another big thing that is just super important when it comes to doing dungeon content. It basically pulls the next 3 healing spells that you would do and then casts them again. So if that on itself does not sound powerful, then yeah, just have a look at just the potency of Stasis, okay? So you know how I talked about temporal anomaly, right? And look at this big cooldown. You got 14 seconds, 12, 11, 10, etc. Imagine that going into a stasis. Now everyone's echoed. I'll just put an echo on myself for the sake of it. There we go. We've got an echo on myself. Obviously, it'd be significantly weaker, but imagine it going into a stasis. And now this stasis has your temporal anomaly. But then it also, if you press Verdant Embrace, it now has your Verdant Embrace. But now, if you also press your Dream Breath, which I double tap there, now it also has your Dream Breath. So those next 3 spells in that order will be cast in that order. So if I press my Stasis again, it's going to throw out a Temporal Anomaly. It's going to do a Verdant Embrace into a Dream Breath again at any time I need within the next 30 seconds. But the thing is, when you press Stasis, and if I press this right now, you notice how it's just recording now. So I've just basically initiated a recording, and it's infinite time. You see how there's no duration? It's your next 3 healing spells. You can sit there the entire dungeon, just DPS, and I'll prove it. I'll go on DPS right now, just to show you.
Yeah, but until you press the healing spell, it doesn't. Yeah.
Yeah. So now look, Leaving Flame. I'm DPSing, not healing. Look at this. Stasis is just not counting up. I'm just DPSing. It don't matter. Fuck this. I'm going to do a Fire Breath. I'm going to spread out my Living Flames. Look, it's not counting up. Still doing damage. I'm just sitting there, Living Flame. Oh, God. My tank is just taking a big damage. Oh, my God. He's going to die. This guy over here is nearly dead. What do I do? Well, what I do is I go Verdant Embrace, Dream Breath, and finish off with a Temporal Anomaly. So now, everybody's getting a heal. That's now been stored in my Stasis, but I know the boss is going to do some huge damage real soon. And it's going to be like, oh my God, the damage is insane. What are we going to do? And then, kapow. And then, oh shit, that's a lot of damage. These guys all have echo on them, right? Well, let's go and have a look at this. Boom. And now I just did a big bunch of healing as well. So now they've all got reversions and stuff like that. And like I said, it used to be far more powerful, but just have a look at this. Look at the numbers.
Yeah.
Look at those numbers.
It's crazy as it is, even though it's more powerful before.
Well, you got to think about these dummies, all right? They're healing dummies, and they're constantly taking a lot of damage. And this is where you can see the true potency of just how powerful these spells are, okay? So when we look at things like Golden Hour, okay, Reversion instantly heals the target for 15% of the damage taken in the last 5 seconds. So if we go and we echo this guy and then Reversion, you see how it just did like 80 odd million. So let's have a look now. All right, my healing done on the dummy. All right, here we go. So Golden Hour. Because this dummy is forced to be at low health consistently so that you can heal it. essentially it is taking so much damage every single second that it's alive, because Blizzard wants to make sure that this dummy is, you know, dead, and you've got to heal it for full. Because of that damage it's being forced to take, you can see the power of Golden Hour. The reversion instantly heals the target for 50% of the damage taken in the last 5 seconds. So if I press reversion on this guy, I essentially just did, and you know, look at this, 11 million, this is Golden Hour just itself, 11,291,896 arcane healing. And on top of it, I already healed it up instantly to full health. I overhealed it by 124,210,904. That's 15% of the damage it took in the last 5 seconds. So to give anybody a bit of an idea of how you can utilize your Golden Hour from your reversions and why Echo is so important. So when you Echo, okay, which is a 105% effectiveness, and then your reversion, you can have a look now how Golden Hour now just hit twice. Okay, so now that additional 5% is seen here in the extra millions. And bear in mind, this Golden Hour didn't crit. So it has a chance to crit.
Damage dealing character, isn't it? But it can also heal.
So if your tank is absolutely getting trucked, and I'm talking about your Brewmaster tanks here, which entirely work from Stagger. They're taking all this reduced damage, but through the form of Stagger, they're going to get these big hits and big hits and big hits, and just how the character works, because they're taking so much damage, just like this training dummy. When you Echo and reversion your Brewmaster tank, you can see, obviously you're not going to be healing numbers like this, but if he is taking like 1 million damage, 15% of that is going to instantly heal back, and especially with the Echo on it, it's going to double up. That just explains just how potent it is. And if you have a look, and the reversion works the same way. Rewind 50% of the damage taken in the last 5 seconds by allies within 40 yards. Now, they don't have to be in your group for this. This is good for you people that are world questers, right? But let's have a look at this. I'll go back to the combat log real quick. Combat log.
Don't have to be in your group even. Wow.
Watch this. Watch me press rewind. Boom. Instantly. PvP dummy as well. So rewind. Look how much it's healing.
Those numbers.
11,291,896 arcane. 101 million overheal. I don't think I'm gonna bother reading those small numbers, but look at this. Boom. This is how powerful rewind is. If you manage to keep people alive in your entire group, and you press rewind and everyone's at like 1% health from a standpoint of mythic rating, then that rewind is absolutely paramount for topping out on healing. A perfectly timed rewind is a difference between like an 80% pass and a 99% pass. Just by looking at those damage patterns and then whacking in those rewinds. Trust me, it is worth it. So that is why we picked those spells. They're just too powerful to ignore. Reversion, Golden Hour, and Rewind. And it fits directly in with your temporal anomalies and throwing out your echoes. Because even at 33% effectiveness, and let's have a look at the 33% effectiveness, alright? So we're going to throw this out, and they now have echoes on them, okay? And boom. So that in just a split second, everyone that just had echoes on them just got healed. And then you can see the difference between the real Golden Hour versus the echoed Golden Hour. So the echoed, because it now factors in the effectiveness of your Time Lord and the fact that your echo is essentially over here. If you look at Resonating Sphere, it applies echo at 30% effectiveness, and it's only buffed up to about 45% via Time Lord. Okay? Because if you have a look at it, your 30%, if you improve that by 50%, it brings it up to 45%. Yes? Got got my math right. 30% effectiveness plus 50% is 45. So 45% effectiveness is still quite powerful. But before, it used to ignore this before Blizzard patched it. But it's critical that you remember that Golden Hour only works on the initial cast of Reversion and not off your ticks of Reversion, if that makes sense. So when you first cast it.
Yeah, that's why you only see it pop up on the when the initial one.
Yes. So consuming that is insane. Now, let's say we have here five essences. All right, so we can echo one, echo another guy. We can wait for it. We can echo another guy. So now I've got 3 echoes. We can just wait a little bit more. It looks like we can only kind of effectively 3 echoes. Yeah. Oh no, we'll get 4. We got 4. So now 4 echoes. Bang. So now we've got 4 powerful. The golden hour. You can see. Look at how powerful they are. The real echoes. And obviously the real echo was last this time and not first. And look at the differences. Yeah, healed, overhealed, 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 overhealed. But yeah, that's what I'm talking about. The power of that spell just cannot be ignored. And in Grace Period, that actually, it actually affects your Golden Hour. That's why a lot of builds and stuff, like when you're in raid, it's essential your rotation and stuff, like it's all about getting your essence burst. Now, like I said, it makes your next essence ability free. And remember, essence ability is your echoes. Okay, so now whenever we're living flame, okay, so we go living flame. Yeah, sorry, it's right here. Living flame has a 20% chance to make your next essence ability free, stacks 2 times. So if your essence ability echo is free and you throw in a lot of echoes on your party and you know about the golden hour effectiveness healing, then by simply spamming your living flame and then getting that essence burst, see how over here I've got a weak aura that lights these 3 up to let me know that my next essence ability is free. Now, 1, 2, 3. We might get 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We can wait. We can get a 5th one. All right. In the meantime, we're just sitting here dead, right? Bang. Now, all of those just got the maximum effectiveness. Golden hour healing. 5 targets.
Yeah.
So that's why a lot of the times when I talk about the rotation, it'll be just living flames and then throwing out your temporal anomalies and just living flames. And then, okay, there's some...
You've chosen. Let you do that,
Yeah, so now we can Verdant Embrace, we can throw out our Dream Breath, we continue to Living Flame because we want to get more, we're fishing for essence bursts, right? And then we're throwing out our echoes, and we're Living Flame, Living Flame, Living Flame. And you see how I'm building up temporal compression stacks as I'm doing this. Living Flame, and now I've got a temporal compression. You can see it's light up here in my weak aura. I can throw out another temporal anomaly. We can consume that. Obviously, we're wasting stacks at this point, but I'm getting to my point. So we can keep going, Living Flame, Living Flame, Living Flame. We're still just baiting for stacks, right? But if we want to consume this, what it does is it gives us an additional usage via this. Where is it? Spark of Insight, consuming a temporal compression, which is this one, when I use an empowered spell. So let's say I just use Spirit Bloom. All right. Now I just consumed it. And you see I went white again. And now I've got the Essence Burst. My next Essence ability is free. So playing around temporal compression. All right. So we already got 3 stacks. We throw out that. And now we consume. So we consume all those. We don't even use them on gold now. We Dream Breath them. All right. We've now got another Echo. We just consumed our Echoes before, remember? And then we're Living Flames. And we got a proc there. Bang, bang, We got reversion. We got another temporal compression. All right, we can Verdant Embrace. We can Spirit Bloom to our full effectiveness stacks, which is some big heals. Okay, and then here with Temporal Anomaly again. Echo, Echo, Echo. Let's just pretend like we're doing targets that don't matter. We're still playing around this. Do you see just how potent this is?
Wait. It's these characters hero classes or something. It's just so OP, I reckon.
Yeah, well, when you can do damage like this, like, and I look, I got full stacks of Essence Burst now. Look, I got 2 pulled up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sleeping Flame again. Now we healed them up with Golden Hour. And look, we've got another Temporal Compression stack if we wanted to. We would put this on them. They're just now getting healed by Dream Breath. And let's have a look at the healing meters. Obviously, it's going to be pretty scuffed. Let's look at the gold now and dwarfs everything. Because it's ridiculous the amount of damage they're taking. But then we rewind. The rewind just does that.
Yeah.
3.2 million HPS. You'd love to be doing this, right? But yeah. That's a general consensus of the DPS build. You just kind of want to be throwing as much Living Flames as you can, and you're just playing around Golden Hour. Another cool combo. I'll show you this one. Another really, really cool combo. There's a reason why I do this one. So we do Stasis, Verdant Embrace, Dream Breath, and then throwing out a Temporal Anomaly. Why we do that? Well, first of all, we've empowered with Call of Ysera from using our Verdant Embrace, which then buffed up our Dream Breath right here. Buffed our Dream Breath by 40%. And then we have we still have some time to consume this, but then we threw out a Temporal Anomaly right here, which threw out 4 more Echoes, which then benefits from the Golden Hour. So throw them out again, and boom. Well, now we have all that again. And you know what's funny? Is that we can now do the combo again. Because we just consumed it, and then we can throw it out again. So now you pretty much, you blanketed the entire raid and Dream Breaths. Well, you're still kind of DPSing and just chilling. But you're not doing it. I'm not using much mana, am I? Like, look how much healing I'm doing. I'm not even using much mana at all.
Like the mana just sitting there. Yeah.
Mana just looks pretty. Like, nah, but seriously, we spec Energy Loop because we generate mana back from it. And it's very important that when you get an Essence Burst stack, you don't waste it on your Disintegrates, which is over here. Disintegrate 20% faster, and etc. We don't really want to waste it on that, but honestly, if you just like solo content, then I would use it on that.